Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I know I'm pretty much a week late. I'm sorry. I've been moving. Yeah, moving sucks, especially when there's no elevator. But yeah, I pretty much have everything moved in place. I'm not completely in love with the way it currently is. However, I am happy that my Christmas tree is up because I love Christmas. I know it's not December yet. That doesn't mean anything to me. Christmas starts when November starts. The Christmas season, whatever. Anyways, I love it. But yeah, moving took so long because there was no elevator, and it took longer than I expected it to, so I apologize for being a week late for this review. But yeah, I know you're probably going to judge me. A lot of you will probably judge me because my Christmas tree is up and it's mid-November. However, like Thanksgiving, food day, although it's delicious, it's not that festive, like, in my opinion. Also, I just really love Christmas. And also it started snowing here this week, so might as well. So the first things that I wrote down in my notes for this review after watching this movie are, and this is like one word or two word like things, like talking points that I will elaborate more in depth later on in this review. But the three that I wrote down were the music, the Wells, and Ironheart. Now, this isn't a summary of this movie or my thoughts on this movie, obviously, but it's some of the things that stood out to me. But going into the movie, the moment it opened, I just felt like a rush of anxiety and sadness, like from seeing Shuri pray to Bast to cure the disease that T'Challa had. It was really sad, but I do like it that and I'll continue to discuss this, but I loved how they related the plot of the movie to reality. T'Challa had a disease, he passed away from the disease, and it seems like it came on quickly, or like it just really happened fast, or at least they didn't find out until it was like too late. And he knew about it. I'm sure Chadwick Boseman knew about his disease. It wasn't a surprise. I'm sure he had known for a while, and his family knew, but the public, we didn't know until it was too late. I'm not saying that anything could have been done. I know they did their best, but still, it was sudden, it was shocking, and it was sad. But yeah, and another thing I love, or that I found interesting, is that Shuri is, she doesn't really deal with the religion like the Bast god, and she continues to prove that throughout the movie, especially when grieving compared to how her mother grieves. Her mother's very religious, and her mother says that she feels T'Challa in the wind, and Shuri just doesn't believe it and downplays that the feeling that she had that she could feel him in the wind. But moving on, Shuri doesn't even get to say goodbye because she asked the AI, which is voiced by Trevor Noah, by the way. Love him, hilarious. He seems like a really nice guy, but she asks the AI for a heartbeat, and then her mother comes in and says there's no heartbeat. She didn't even get to say goodbye, which also is reality, especially for the actors and actresses and just the whole cast and crew of the previous Black Panther movie and the current one that probably knew him as well. Like Kevin Feige, he's not part of the crew, but he's the big man. He's Kevin. But yeah, also I'm not going to be going in, I'll be going in order as much as I can, but it's kind of in order, but also sporadic, so I'm sorry. But shortly after that, there's a scene where Queen Ramona is in the United Nations meeting and then brings in captured French soldiers who attempted to steal the vibranium. I love that scene. It was so magnificent to see, and I know I'm not the first to say it, and I know I won't be the last, but Angela Bassett deserves all the awards, just for that scene alone in this movie, because the emotion, and then the fierceness, the ferocity, it was beautiful. But while she's speaking, they show flashbacks, and then eventually they show Namor's people on the ship, and I didn't expect this, also I want to say that leading up to this movie, I did read alleged rumors and leaks, none of them confirmed, so I took them with a grain of salt, and a lot of them I forgot about, because if you know me, my memory is pee-poo. But yeah, so a lot of them, yeah, I don't remember much of them. So a lot of it shocked me, surprised me, and the fact that Namor's people, when they were attacking different ships, they had a siren call. I love that. First of all. Second of all, there's a track on the score for this movie, like the score album or whatever, and it's like, I think it's called Siren. Anyways, I love that track. The siren, it was beautiful and a little creepy, but gorgeous and beautiful. Also, I did not expect there to be a second meteor and for that to be the reason the people of Talokan get their powers. However, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, I love seeing Riri Williams, and I loved seeing her at MIT. Okoye was hilarious when she came to MIT to get her or to protect her, or both. Also, it was amazing to see that the heart-shaped herb was recreated by being synthesized. I didn't expect that to happen. I also did not expect to love Namor so much. He was so badass and had a genuine cause for being the antagonist in this movie. And I don't want to say villain, because he was protecting his people, just like the Wakandan people were trying to, just like Shuri and Queen Ramona was trying to protect her people. So yeah, but because of that, I think he's like an anti-hero. Like, he doesn't pick sides, he picks his people, and whichever side that puts him on, so be it. And I love that. To quote the Fast and the Furious movies, family, when it comes down to it, even though he's kind of like their god, or is their god, or they see him as a god. So I mean, he does call them my child, like every single one of them, so I guess they are family. Oh, okay, one thing I did not expect to happen, I didn't even read it, like I didn't see it anywhere, thank God, because it was traumatizing, but I did not expect Queen Ramona to be killed, and to be killed by Namor. Like, that was very sad to watch, and I thought she would like survive it. I thought she would make it out. I will say, I did read that Michael B. Jordan would be in the movie. I didn't know why or where or like what he would be doing. I assumed he would be Killmonger, but I'm like, how would they bring him back? But yeah, I didn't expect for him to be the one that Shuri saw when she took the heart-shaped herb. It made so much sense though, considering that she was so furious, and she even said like words that he had said before that about, you know, burning the world down. Another thing I didn't read about or see anywhere is that Val would be in the movie, and I was so excited to see her. Like, I smiled and maybe even gasped. Like, I was just like so happy. I know she's not like the best person in the MCU, but that actress, I love her. If you have not seen Veep, watch it. I know it's on HBO. I know a lot of people don't have HBO maybe, but Veep is classic. There's no new seasons, unfortunately, but that show, like, oh, it is so good, so juicy, so funny. Oh, it's so good. It's like The Office, but politics. So yeah. Also, Val was apparently married to Everett Ross once. Everett Ross, the colonizer from the first movie. I didn't expect that. Also, Mr. Ross, are you related to Thunderbolt Ross? I know it's a stretch. I don't expect him to be the new Thunderbolt Ross, because I know the previous actor passed away. And actually we know who's going to be playing the new Thunderbolt Ross. I don't want to say, because just in case somebody doesn't know and doesn't want to know, I'm not going to say it. So for me, I love the Midnight Angel armor. I know a lot of people didn't like it. Did it look a little buggy, like Beetle, like Blue Beetle or something? A little bit, but I thought it was pretty, honestly. It was so colorful. Like, I remember reacting to the trailer and seeing that for the first time, one of the mini trailers, and seeing that for the first time, and I was shocked, and like, I was like, ooh, what is Nakia? I think Nakia. What is she wearing? Because that was beautiful. So yeah. Also though, it did kind of look like alien-like or predator-like, but it was cool to me. I loved it. However, I don't like that everyone is now using the Stark tech. Like, it kind of takes away the uniqueness from it. Like Ironheart, like, it takes away the uniqueness and like the honor from her, and also like Rhodes. Like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, that kind of falls in line with like the instantly revealing helmet. Like, we're all just gonna have that now, and like, okay, I love it, but I hate it. And I get it, convenience. Especially, it definitely helps with filming, I'm sure. But still, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, seeing it, like, in all the movies, even movies that aren't Marvel now. Like, really? Copy-paste much? Anyways, I digress. I loved it that Namor's kryptonite, like what made him weak, was being dried out. And I'm not going to let my mind go in the gutter. At least I'm not going to say what's going through my mind right now. But anyways, Namor, that actor is fine as hell. And those nipples... Anyways, it was so heartbreaking to see Okoye fired by Queen Ramona, and it was really sad looking back at it. That was the last conversation Queen Ramona and her had before Queen Ramona was killed. I didn't love it that Queen Ramona was killed, but looking back, I know it was what caused Shuri to step up and to put her emotions aside to protect her people. She needed a fire under her butt, she already had one, but she needed like something to just push her a little bit further to act. Another thing I didn't love, but I understood why it was done after the fact, was when Shuri went down to Namor's kingdom. I do realize it helped her be more compassionate towards him, and the scene where Nakia goes to rescue Shuri, and I don't remember how one of Namor's people is killed, but they are killed by like a gun or bullet or stab maybe? I don't remember. I'm going off of notes and what little bit of memory I have, sorry. But she died, or she was dying, and Nakia was trying to like get Shuri to leave, to get out of there before Namor got there, but Shuri was like trying to save her. She wanted to save her because she felt compassion for them, and she didn't want them to die, because she knew, I feel like, that she knew that would be the reason that like the all-out war, which did happen, would begin, and it ended up being the case. I loved Shuri's Black Panther costume, the two-toned to it, the silver and gold, the dots on the head, like it was so beautiful, and the way she moved. And there was a scene that went viral from the trailer, like on Twitter, and it was her at first. So when I watched the trailer, I thought it was a building. I didn't realize it was that ship, like the black ship or whatever. I don't remember what it's called, but I didn't realize it was a ship. Like, it makes sense though. Like, why would Namor be, or his people be on a skyscraper? Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but regardless, the fact that she was like just like acrobatics, gymnastics, like it was beautiful to watch. And well done to the CGI team. Very, very good and beautiful. So for the end credit scene, Nakia having a son with T'Challa, I love it, and I think they did it beautifully. I think it's good they didn't really just go right out and recast him like from the beginning, but created a story to recreate him in a way, like through a technically different character with the same first name, and probably last. But yeah, I think it's an amazing way to have him be married to Storm as well, hopefully, fingers crossed, like the comics though. In the future, he's too young right now to do any of that, but yeah. But all in all, I love this movie, and I don't really know if there's anything that I would change. I feel like this is the best movie of the year, definitely. Like, oh, the whales. I didn't even get to... Okay, the whales. I loved the whales. And I feel like they did it better than Aquaman did. I like Aquaman. I didn't love it. Like, why are you Aquaman, but you have long hair and a long beard? Like, in water? Practically, that's dumb. Who would do that? Like, that's just a problem, an inconvenience. Okay, moving on. But the orcas, the whales. Okay, but the orcas. I love orcas. That's my favorite animal. Like, they have my favorite colors, black and white. And I grew up with... I could talk forever about this, but I grew up loving them because of SeaWorld. I know, don't get me started. Now I understand how bad SeaWorld is, especially like in the past. I know they've been trying to change their ways. Anyways, no cetaceans should be in captivity. End of story. Moving on. I didn't love the fact that people were hitching a ride on the whales. However, it's CGI, it's not real, so I tried not to let it bother me that much. It was still beautiful to see. I will say that it was beautiful to see. And then when the humpback just like leapt out, and it was like a school bus, well, bigger than a school bus, but it was so beautiful to see. Like, that was one of my favorite parts. Oh, and when the orcas were like swimming at the last battle, when they were like swimming under the boat, like on their back, and I've seen this done at SeaWorld. That's how I know they can actually do it. It's probably not natural. Oh well, no, they do it actually in the wild. They do it to sunfish. But when they would lie on their back and like not tail hit, but in the movie they would like use their flippers to like launch people onto the ship. That was so cool, because I just realized they do it in the wild to stun fish by slapping the fish with their tail. But in the movie they were using it to launch people up on the ship, whatever. But yeah, that was really cool. That the fact that they use something that actually they do in real life. Maybe not to help people out, but to eat. But yeah, it was cool to see. And I'm always excited to see orcas. Maybe not happy to see them in captivity, but I love orcas. But yeah, this movie, I think it's the best one in phase 4. And I hate saying that because I love Wanda, I love the Scarlet Witch, but that movie was not that good. And I really hate saying that, because WandaVision, still the best Disney Plus show, in my opinion. It's still #1. I know somebody who likes to get on my ass about my rankings. I'm not going to say their name, but you know who you are. But yeah, little shout out, I know. Love you. But yeah, I would give this movie, honestly, like 9.5, 10 Black Panther claws. Yeah. Black Panther claws. Also, I did buy this shirt, but and I got it from Target, so I expected it to be better quality. But I washed it once, I think. Yeah, once, and half the freaking Black Panther's face is gone. I'm pissed. But yeah, this is what it looks like. Show and tell. I'm still gonna wear it because I paid for it, and also I love Black Panther, so yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe, and also hit that notification bell to receive notifications whenever I post new videos. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.